Today is Thanksgiving.
Wait, happy Thanksgiving. If you're around your family, you got there's an element of threading the needle here, right? Because obviously you need a little sippy sip to take the edge off. But there is just this moment where if you have a little bit too much, shit's gonna get weird.
Yeah, you become that guy at the family gathering.
Yeah. So figure out what that is for you. Take the edge off. Don't make it weird. And what's also weird to me is how are we doing another large brand? Because we've had like a string of them.
Yeah.
I suppose. Explain this to me.
So what I've been doing is, as whiskeys are coming in,
Right.
they're like 90% unbelievably hard to get.
Right. Like a lot of craft, a lot of super limited releases.
But like 1 out of every 20
Yeah.
is like, well, that's Lafroig 16. Let's do that. So I've been pulling the really common ones, no matter when they arrive,
Okay.
and moving them up in the schedule so that we can start talking about things people can get, and then going back into the schedule for Rare Whiskey Fridays.
But you're just hamstringing us in the future, because eventually, if you're just prioritizing the big brands, eventually we run out of big brands, and then
they're always doing stuff.
And then they're always doing stuff.
No, we could do a year's worth of only big brands and not run out.
Oh, okay.
I'm not worried about that.
Okay, so this is. Come on, how?
This is Robert McGrath.
Yes, Robert McGrath, you magnificent
Bastard.
And Ryan Butler, who's a patron saint,
Ryan Butler,
also sent the same bottle.
your patron saint of whiskey
And benevolent bastard.
and a lot of other things.
Trying to get multiples.
You gotta let me get.
I'm trying to get multiples.
You gotta let me turn. Not yet.
Ooh, that's a big tone difference. Okay. So Kelpie was a special release.
And we haven't done Kelpie.
Dr. Bill Lumsden, not this one, no. This is not this Ardbeg. This is one that they did aged only in barrels from the, I have no idea how to pronounce this, Ardbeg Republic in Russia. It's a province of one of the small...
barrels from Russia.
Wood from Russia. Oak casks on the Black Sea.
Right.
Right. So remember, Black Sea has like Turkey, Ukraine. It's not. Is it Belgium on that side? Anyway.
No.
And then on this side, Russia and damn it. Yeah, Ukraine. Then bordering Ukraine is this one. How would you pronounce that in Russian? Adij?
Caribbean.
Adij? Caribbean. Anyway, they bottled it for the festival back in 2017. Mm-hmm. The festival is correctly pronounced Fishy Eily. Fishy Eels.
46% ABV.
The Fishy Eel Festival.
I gotta tell you,
2017.
I really like this nose.
So I gotta tell you also, a whole lot of people said this is one of the favorite Ardbegs they'd ever gotten.
Okay, hold on.
And they all referenced the same thing we got from Lafroig 16.
Okay.
That it was a Ardbeg with subtlety and nuance.
Okay. So the thing that I'm getting out of this Ardbeg on the nose, because I haven't tasted it yet, on the nose so far, I'm finding more of the wood elements, and I know you said this.
Yeah, not smoke.
Right, not smoke.
But wood
the
oil.
actual I'm assuming it's Russian oak. I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So these Russian sourced tree things turned into a barrel. I'm actually getting. Is this a virgin barrel? Was there something in it?
I don't know.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I mean, they said they used virgin oak, but I don't know if it was something in the virgin oak casks or 100% the virgin oak casks its whole life.
Because there's like First Hill and there's virgin whatever. But maybe like the wood note that I'm getting, it doesn't ever get too tannic, and it doesn't get too heavy-handed or oaky. But I'm saying that's a flavor that I don't usually find in Islays. It's usually dominated, it's overwhelmed by other notes.
Brine or smoke.
Yes.
As opposed to wood.
But on the nose, I'm finding that nice woody quality in here.
Yeah, me too. Almost like a really old bourbon minus all the corn sweetness.
Well,
where it's been in wood new oak so long.
The brine and the peat. And
Yeah, but it's been in wood so long that note has become more charred, even though it's not smoky.
Yeah.
Damn, they're right. It's subtle. Who knew? It's kind of soft and
It's like,
salt water.
ooh, and then it finishes with the brine.
Yeah, that's why I'm landing on the salt water in the finish.
Yeah.
And then,
It's like all these flavors were like massaged together.
oh, there's a little bit of a peppery zing halfway through that sort of pokes up and goes, hey, I'm still here. I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
What Ardbeg would you forget about the tin. What Ardbeg would you compare it to that you're like, this is close
So
your memory of, remember the video we did with all the range?
Yeah, I'm not going to do it because it's close. I'm going to do it because I want it to go toe to toe with my favorite Ardbeg.
Oogdal. Okay.
Oogdal. Deliciousness of the Oogdal.
Oogdal.
Oh, that is just,
That's close.
it's doing this really nice, beautiful balancing act between being simultaneously really cohesive.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's just like everything's kind of massaged and brought together, melded together, but also is very complex. It doesn't become homogeneous with the note. There's a lot of things going on, but you don't find like a big outlier note of here's a fruitiness that's really far distantly removed from the earthiness, which is tangentially related to like this grain note.
There's that more of that oily varnish note.
It is
in the Oogdal.
And it's a little bit more of a vanilla on the Oogdal.
Whereas the Kelpie is more of the wood darkness that you were talking about.
Yeah. And
like antique furniture, like an inside of a wardrobe.
if I was going to be on just simplest terms possible, the Oogdal is the sweeter of the two.
And spikier.
And spiky.
Taste it. It's sweeter in the palate and spikier at the same time.
It is.
Whereas the Kelpie...
But it pokes me in the right place. Oh, you naughty
Kelpie, it's gently spicy.
So the Oogdal is 54.2% ABV, and you know why though?
That's 43?
46.
46.
46% on the Kelpie.
So a lot of that spike could be from the proof alone.
Yeah. But both are
it's really good.
Just
And this is
good.
sherry
Yes,
cask,
yes.
right?
Oh,
so
so that's where the
some of the
sweetness-
funk and sweetness
the
is coming,
sweetness,
right?
yeah.
Oogdal is still magnificent, but I kind of really like
No,
that
this is
Kelpie.
the first time. This is what I'm saying. This is the first time that in the Ardbeg range, I felt that there was a reasonable contender.
And it's contrasting contender. Not beating it at its own game.
Right.
Playing a different game.
Oh, this just
I'm going to add a little water to the Kelpie.
okay. Hold on. Let me go once more into the unmolested Kelpie.
You've been hanging out with Jeremy too long.
He is a frothy bastard.
Wait. You need more Kelpie to the ratio.
I do need more Kelpie to the ratio. That was a big ratio, Daniel. It was a lot of ratio.
Science. Nugget. All I can smell is chicken nuggets.
Would you like nugget?
Look, you can't trust any of this review today. Because 40%
I offered
you
you nugget.
40% of the background noise is nuggets and waffle fries.
And you
40%. Luckily, it's a whiskey that can stand up to a background noise of 40%. But it's sort of like trying to mix an album at a construction site.
You know what pairs beautifully with Ardbeg?
What?
Chick-fil-A.
You know, it probably does, actually.
It's in a bag wrapped in the corner of the room with pillows on top.
Because that stops all smells.
And this little prima donna with his pinky up his butt. He's like, ooh, I smelled chicken 20 minutes ago.
Every time I pull my glass away, I get a hint of fried food. Like I'm doing a whiskey tasting at the state fair.
Maybe me.
Maybe the fried food is just you. From months of Chick-fil-A. It's just built up. Like
dude,
smokers.
There's very few restaurants that I'm confident in during the blah, 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 blah. And Chick-fil-A is one.
Yeah, confident in they're handling their shit.
Yeah. And then Chipotle is the other. So I've basically been eating at 2 restaurants for 99% of our meals for months now. That said, with days when I don't have too much to do, I like to go put it in order for me and Dan and Alex over there, and then I go pick it up. And then while their food gets cold in my car, I eat my food in the parking lot. And I've been doing this for months. and I buy their food. It's fine. They know the deal.
It's going to take you a while.
Yeah. But then finally last week they asked me, because I walk in. And apparently every time I walk in after lunch, like my belt's undone. And I was just like, what are you doing?
When you pick up lunch.
It's like, why sit in the parking lot and jerk off?
Yeah.
No, but apparently that's just habitual. It's routine. I sit down
I'm sitting down,
to maximum
Chick-fil-A.
comfort, take the belt off, and I just put my, my little sauce packets on the top of the steering wheel, and this has been my life.
You can balance your sauce packets on the steering wheel?
It's a
That's A game.
It's a robust wheel.
Oh, that's A game car eating.
Yes, no, dude, down to a science. And then you put on like some podcasts.
Oh,
It's phenomenal.
I could say that'd be enjoyable in the
so
privacy
good.
of your
And
car.
I have like the primo parking spaces where, you're not aimed at traffic.
Right.
But you still want to look at something. There's like a gas station over there. It's like, oh, there's a hill through those trees. You want to get that spot.
The
It's
nice view.
It's tricky though, because me and like a lot of construction workers, we're on roughly the same routine.
Everyone's parked and eating in
Trying
their
to
cars.
so see who can first get through the line and get to
You have a lot in common with those construction worker guys.
My life is very small right now.
Yeah, well, that's all of us.
Did
you try it with the water?
These are phenomenal whiskeys. Here we go.
I liked it better without the water.
A lot better without the water.
Yeah, it got really boring, right?
Boring and also bitey, and it lost that elegant woodiness.
Yeah.
Which it's a woodiness that is sharing bandwidth with a ton of other flavors. But I think
Yeah.
the thing that is unique about this, that's nice and interesting about this, is that recognizable amount of the oak of the barrel. Super nice.
Wait, did you already read you read the proof one?
What?
You already read all these. I thought we
No,
had
there's
one.
another. I
There's a
had
missing
it.
one.
You moved the thing.
Oh, I moved it because I was helping, but you had already done it.
You moved the thing.
Okay.
And then I did that.
That's it.
There we go. Nate P. Daniel should do one throwback episode where he is sitting in his chair alone in a darkened room.
Yeah, so that was my first episode idea. That was my idea ever.
Right.
And I waited 3 months to do it because I was waiting for Chad to be available at the time.
This is how to
and-
drink whiskey.
And then, he was just getting hired.
Right.
So we needed somebody. And then,
That was-
while I was waiting to shoot it,
Then-
Nick Offerman did it with Lagavulin 16.
Right.
And I'm like, damn it, now I'm going to be
I said, do it. It'll just look like an homage.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I referenced it in the beginning. But I kind of want to do it again, but what would the thing be?
Why?
What would make it more, because I kind of really enjoyed that. It was fun for me.
You just sat there, and I forget who the guy was.
Oh, it was Sergio worked for us at the Gloved Hand. That was his first day. So what can make it slightly, because Nick Offerman did it again, but he did it like live in public in a square painted as a statue.
Right.
So what could make that fun again?
Okay, so have you seen my Trello board
Which one?
of content?
I haven't. I've seen it. I've read up on it as of like a week ago. I'm not
Okay.
current for today.
So there's only a few hundred episode ideas.
I've seen those.
This is what you do. This is what you plug it in, and then eventually, years later,
Yeah. Years
this will
later.
happen.
Yeah, but I don't know what would make it different than me sitting in a chair again. But I really enjoyed that one. Actually, it's funny as in the alumni group.
Hold on. You really enjoyed.
Yeah.
This is what the video was.
Yeah.
You enjoyed sitting in a chair, not saying anything,
In silence.
in silence, and having somebody serve you whiskey.
Yeah, for an hour.
That's what it was.
For an hour.
Obviously, you enjoyed this.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
May I recommend this can happen without a camera? And you would enjoy yourself just as much.
I probably more.
Yes, definitely more.
No, that's just called nighttime for me. That's called every night after dinner. Sit in chair, silence.
Glenn Evans, that brief glimpse of Rex being barefoot makes me question years of tasting notes now.
Yeah, you should.
See, now how are you going to complain about my chicken? How are you going to complain about the nugs?
At least you left the shoes on.
How are you going to complain about the nugs
The nugs.
whenever I'm barefoot half the
It's
time?
singular. The nugget. You
nug-
can complain about the nugget.
Any bottles that had a strange funk on the nose?
Yeah, it's a
Should notion a retrial.
musty note. Strange malt must note.
Smells like
I'm not sure where it comes from.
smells like thick middle-aged
like-
man.
It smells like it smells like Foot Locker. That's at the mall,
All right.
but next to Chick-fil-A.
Dude, I mean, if you're into Islas, these are two exceptional whiskeys. And if you're an Ardbeg cultist, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? Why? Are they paying you?
They are. They have to be. Like they are far worse than Emma with her Lafroig bottle. Like they dressed up in things.
Hey, this is my main complaint. Are you ready?
You have a main complaint with the Ardbeg people.
Correct. So
Okay.
I trot out back in the day.
On record.
Just a brain fart of an idea. I'm going to dress up, use like a dark mooch. I'm going to put on like a black robe.
Mm-hmm.
And then they say, oh, we're the cult of Ardbeg. What should we do? Black robes. Really? Black robes? Just have an original idea.
Are you claiming
but
their
here's-
entire strategy
Yes,
as
no,
yours?
it's been lifted. It's been lifted. they have pilfered. They have mooched the mooch identity.
Bun dun 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 dun. Bum 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 ba dun dun. It's
Exactly.
totally different.
They're
totally different.
They're the Vanilla Ice of whiskey ideas. And then you know what I think it is? So
I'm just gonna forward this to Christine and just see what happens.
looking at you, it's not Zerpoli anymore. What's the name?
yeah.
Van Ness?
Yeah. Well, not yet.
No, I
Is
think
it?
she changed it. I think I
Okay.
saw the thing on the.
Okay.
Looking at you, Van Ness. Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
Right. I feel suddenly nervous. You fight me, fight for a friend.
Bring it, you culty little fucks.
It's declared war on a significant population of the Facebook group.
I ain't scared. Look,
I ain't scared.
I'm in the cult of Ardbeg.
Meet him at Chick-fil-A.
Daniel, I'm in the cult of Ardbeg.
Yeah,
Look at me.
Meet him at Chick-fil-A. It's the one on Belterra.
Hey, Daniel, ask me
Out of Dripping Springs.
Ask me for an Irish whiskey recommendation.
Hey, give me an Irish
Ask me
whiskey.
for an Irish whiskey.
What do you like for Irish whiskey?
Ardbeg.
Yeah, hey, what about bourbon? You got a bourbon recommendation?
Ardbeg.
Hey, what about rye? Can you recommend a good rye?
Ardbeg. And if you drink,
May you drink with us.
slow motion.
The bottle lord.
I give up. It's this guy.
We got Jordan Balderas.
It's the bottle lord.